Welcome back to another quick fix. Today we're going to be looking into another method of fixing stick drift for original Xbox controllers. We will be using all original parts instead of swapping in anything new, and I'll show you a quick way to clean your sticks that will typically fix minor drift issues. Let's jump into it. First off, you'll need a few items, like a small screwdriver to open up the controller housing, some small tweezers, isopropyl alcohol with some cotton swabs, and depending on how bad the drift is, a spare junk controller. You can typically pick these up for pretty cheap if you don't have one on hand too. Also, this method will work for the larger Duke and the smaller S controllers. The first step is to figure out what sticks are drifting and in what direction. For this example, I have an S controller with a very slight drift in the up and down position of the right stick. It's so slight that you can barely tell that it's happening sometimes, but it's still very annoying to deal with. So how do we fix it? Start by opening up the housing and take off the thumbsticks too. This controller is fairly clean inside, but you'll want to give it a good once over with some IPA to remove any debris around the board. I also like to clean the inside of the stick housing since pet hair and other debris love to collect there, and having that little bit of debris can cause the stick to drift as well. Now you'll want to identify the axis that it was drifting on. For the right stick, the top potentiometer controls the right and left look movements, and the right pot controls the up and down look movements. So since ours drifts down, we want to open up the right side of the stick. Use your fingernail or optionally a small tool and carefully pry the gray plastic open. Inside you'll find a small white disc. This is the potentiometer sensor, and you'll want to remove that by carefully popping it free with your tweezers. You'll notice there are some very small, thin wires on the outer edges of the disc. These interact with the inlays on the inside of the gray housing to track the movement on the stick. Grab some IPA and a Q-tip and clean the inside of the pot to wipe out any of the debris. You can also use contact cleaner for this too. Then use your tweezers to hold the disc in place and carefully wipe down the thin wires. These can oxidize or get full of debris, which causes the drifting. You'll want these to be as clean as possible, so make sure no spare threads from the cotton swabs are stuck to the edges. It should look a little brighter after you're done too. Pop the unit back into its housing and close it up to test it out. This one works great now, but what if you do this and it's still not working? Well, I have another perfect example on this Duke controller. I've already cleaned the inside of this unit once before, but it didn't even begin to fix the drifting issues. This one was so bad that I can't even look down any longer, and it continually goes in the up direction. The same process applies as before, but this is where your spare junk controller comes in. Take apart the pot as we did before, but this time swap in an old pot from your scrap controller. Or if you're really having a lot of issues, you can even desolder the entire pot assembly and swap it for another old assembly in its place too. But once you're done cleaning, pop in the new old part and test it out again to see if that fixes your issues. This one works great now, and I didn't spend half as much time on it as I've done with previous controller fixes in the past. I found this is a huge time saver recently because you don't need to swap out the entire stick, and you can keep all the parts original this way too. Hopefully this technique will help you fix some of your drifting issues, and if you still need to do a full swap on your entire stick assembly, be sure to check out my other video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next fix.